Welcoming in everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Farmer Donkey here. We are on our New Hope Pioneer Challenge today. This is going to be episode 25 here on our challenge. So I jumped in and I took a look at our time-saving stocks check and realized that we had a lot of barley still in the silo. So I went ahead and reactivated our production, and yeah, we're gonna be dumping our barley off, and so we can get back to making some flour and making some bread. I didn't realize that we had left pretty much the entire harvest still in the silo. Oh man, lots of missed opportunity there. So we did not. So that's full. Of course, our production only, well, doesn't even hold a full trailer load. But hey, at least we have something to make money. So we'll get that dumped back off real quick. Let me hide that again. But yeah, so when we look at our time-saving stock check, we still have 40,000 liters of barley left in there. So that's good for us. We did get some plumbing set up for our farm productions, so it is filling up with water. We do need to go take some more slurry, and I guess we're out of manure is what we really need to take down there. But I wanted to go ahead and start making some liquid fertilizer just to get that cooking. Oh, it looks like we don't need the manure there for that. But it does look like we're out of manure for just making digestate. How much electric charge do we have stored? Oh, we need to change that to selling. And then, of course, we'll keep methane until we make enough with our liquid fertilizer. So at the top of the hour, we'll get paid there, using it as a BGA there. But I definitely wanted to mostly turn our products into something that we can use on the farm. We can't really use the electric charge, but we're gonna transfer this over to a bale trailer. I can't speak. All right, customize that. Oh wait, nope. Dang it. I wanted the one with auto load. All right, one more. Bale trailer with auto load. Customize. Yep. Okay. We don't feel like picking up all the bales manually, so we're just gonna go ahead and drive around. Since it's snowing, we want to definitely get all these off the field. Woo! And get those transferred into our dry storage. Pretty soon we are gonna have to feed the cattle. Thankfully, they have huge capacities that hold plenty of it for the year. But I can't believe that I forgot to fill up the flour mill. So what do we have going on today? Well, we need to go ahead and fertilize our grass field. Since we mowed last episode, so we'll be doing that today. Hopefully the snow lets off sometime soon, because it is fun at the moment to kind of see everything and drive. I made a trip down to the... We have one bale left. Alright. We'll get this offloaded. And I think we can go ahead and get rid of the... lime production there. Always forget to turn that on. Okay. Grab that last bale and then we'll unload the rest of these. Always seems that when we do switch it back over, it kind of glitches there. Our lavender is growing. The way it looks like is we only get one harvest a year, which isn't a bad thing. But it also means that it's just kind of gonna sit there, and then we don't have to keep planting it. I looked at it this morning, and it looks like it's still kind of in the growth stage that we left it at last. So, unless we can harvest first thing at the beginning of the year, I don't think we'll get a second harvest. It does have different growth stages to it. I think it only has 5 growth stages, but I don't know. We might be able to squeeze out 2 if we get it harvested soon enough, but we will definitely have to take a look at that. But I'm gonna get all this wood over here loaded up, and then we will see you guys here after this quick intro.
Welcome to the Farmer Donkey Show, where the seeds are planted and the crops will grow. Grab your boots, let the good vibes flow. It's Farmer Donkey time. Let's go.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the intro. But we're back. We got all of the wood products loaded up for this month. As you can see, it's not the prettiest job, but it'll do the trick. Wrong button. Alright. But we're gonna drive over here and get this all unloaded. There we go. Nice. What is that? About 60, almost 68,000 there. Oh, that would have been at 68,000. So that's beautiful, beautiful. But we need to fertilize our field, so we'll get the sprayer hooked up, and we'll get out there and do that. Wanted to do a quick check. Does look like we're getting a little bit of liquid fertilizer there. That is awesome. Now there is one thing that I did want to go ahead and do, especially since we are going to be producing our liquid fertilizer from our cows, from the slurry from our cows, and that is, we wanted to go ahead and put down one of the open air gardens. That way we can start producing some sugar beets. And that's just going to turn back into a little bit more profit through our PGA. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot with them. We might end up... That is herbicide. That is not... Okay. Get that unloaded. We'll grab our fertilizer out. Fertilizer. But yeah. So I said we're gonna be using sugar beets for one. We're gonna be using them for stone to kind of help out with the liming of our fields. We're also going to be using them to turn them back into digestate. And of course we can sell that. We can sell the power and the digestate, and then probably some of the methane as we move forward. Let me turn on my map so I know where we've been, because I didn't set up the lines. But yeah, so we'll probably go ahead and remove that lime producing area. Production. And this mostly is just going to be our kind of our goat and chicken farm. And we have our cow and buffalo farms. Another thing we might do, besides getting stuck on a tree, is, I think we might end up doing, some pigs. And that could be pretty useful. Not only are we going to get a ton of manure and slurry out of them, but we can also use some of our sugar beets to make some food for them. So that way we're not spending as much of the products from the open air gardens on profit as we are on just making things for the farm. I think what we'll do with the pigs is kind of just manage them and sell the pigs themselves for profit. So we'll grow them up and then we'll sell them once they're old enough to sell, and just kind of constantly be cycling our pigs there. So that'll be a nice profit as far as the growth of the pigs. We need to make sure that we are what do we need for pig food? Let me finish this real quick and we'll take a look as far as what we're gonna need pig food wise. Why does it? I don't know. I think that might be where we have the road down at. That went really green there. No big deal. But I think this is about good. We're not going to worry about that little triangle that we left. We'll get it next time. But I did want to go ahead and fertilize our grass. Go. All right. Hold this up, get it tucked away. Yeah, so a lot of big plans. I was watching Milk That Hens come back again. Great job there. And he really did a lot to his farmyard area. And I think that's something that we want to start incorporating into our playstyle, is a lot of decoration. It really adds to the immersion of the game, and well, like, it just looks really nice. So, well, I think that's one of the things that we're going to want to go ahead and do. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to run down to the cattle farm, and then we will see you guys there. All right, so we are back. We did go ahead and level out a little bit of area over here. Definitely something that we will build up from here. And threw down the first open air garden. It is snowing, so we'll get those put up. It looks nice. Now, as far as what will we be producing here? So, open air garden. So we did say that we wanted to do sugar beets if possible. And we do... No. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I thought we could. Well, it looks like we're going to have to scrap that idea as far as what we're going to be using that for now. So we will have to produce our sugar beets the old-fashioned way. But since this takes sunflowers and corn, we could possibly grow that in the open air garden. At least the sunflowers. It's going to be a lot of corn. So I guess that's what we'll go ahead and do, is we'll start some sunflowers. Just with water. Yeah, we'll start it with just water for now. And then it'll fill up over time. Hopefully, actually, let's go ahead and set that to distributing. Change output, distributing, and that will put sunflowers at least up to 1 million liters into our production up here. There's that. But that still leaves us with 135,000 in our bank account. So I did kind of want to look at some other things that we might need around the farm. Eventually, we do want to upgrade our harvester. I don't think we're quite there. Yeah, don't think we're quite there yet, but it would be nice. I've definitely been looking at a few of them. So hopefully soon we'll be able to upgrade our harvester, especially with the new incomes coming in. What all do we have to sell this month? I didn't take a look. We're not selling our silage or our total mixed ration. Looks like methane, it's the best month to sell it. So maybe we set that to selling real quick. Because we will make plenty of that back. Is our methane? Why am I not seeing it? Is that going to be something that we're going to have to pull out manually? Is that something we're going to need a specific tank to pull out with? It doesn't look like we can just sell our methane. Interesting. Okay. So we will have to take a look at that here in the future. we almost have all of the milk ran through here. Are we still juicing? Okay, so we're just making butter out of it. And then once we do that, once we get rid of all the milk in here, we only have 102 liters left. We'll deactivate that one. That way we can just focus on our goat milk. But I think we're going to go ahead and probably skip forward again, and we will see you guys here in January. All right, so we are in January. We loaded up our wood products to sell today. Get those sold, make a nice little profit off of that. Now, one of the things about January that we need to remember to do real quick, and so we're going to do it is the month, well, at least right now, is the month that wood chips are at their highest. So we are gonna, not that, wrong button. Gonna swap this back over. We need to just go ahead and get a trailer specifically as a grain cart, and then one as a bale trailer or a flat deck trailer. That would save us a lot of time with just switching back and forth. But yeah, so it is the best time to go ahead and sell our wood chips. So we're gonna do that. Wonder, can I? I didn't think so. Ooh, and I might have gotten stuck. Alright, well, I'm gonna get unstuck real quick, and we'll get these loaded, so we'll see you guys then. Alright, we're back after getting unstuck. I had to get the tow truck out here and pull the tractor back off, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, man, that was great. We're gonna go ahead and sell our wood chips real quick at 11,000 liters, so we should get a decent amount. 13,000 isn't bad for the 11,000 liters. What else can we sell this month? Still need to figure out what we can do with the methane. It does look like our bottled milk is ready to sell. There's a lot. Our liquid fertilizer is building up nicely, but we're still making too much methane that we can't use at the moment. Wow. And then our buffalo mozzarella and buffalo milk are also at their peak. And so is our bread. So we'll run down to the dairies, grab up the mozzarella, the bread, and our bottled milk, and we will get that sold. So we'll see you once we are down there, ready to roll, and we'll get that sold. So we'll see you guys here shortly again. Alright, so we're down here at the bakery. We just snagged up a load of bread. We still have quite a bit of products to sell from our dairy as well. But thankfully, the best price for these products is just going to be over here at the farmer's market. So, not too terrible of a drive. Was not expecting the dairy products to be at their peak price. So, ooh, wow, that was that was worth it. Oh man. Man, we might be able to afford a harvester yet. Might be able to get a really decent one for the farm. Especially since we still have all of our dairy and at least another truckload of bread to sell. Okay. Got our bottled milk. Let's see if it will spawn some more bottled milk or maybe some buffalo mozzarella that we can go ahead and sell. It should. I thought we had some. Dairy. Oh no. Okay, so we don't have enough to spawn a pallet of buffalo mozzarella. Okay, well, no big deal. The actual best price to sell is in October, so we have plenty of time for that. We'll go ahead and fill the rest of this trailer up with some bread. We can get it all to spawn. I think that might be what we get. Let me check the bakery. And yep, we are out of bread. All right. So that is awesome. Pardon me while I take a quick screenshot for it. All right. There we go. So that's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be for selling everything. But that gives us time to move around our milk and refill our dairy. Because I'm pretty sure the milk that we were seeing was the buffalo milk that's currently in the tin. Right. We'll get our straps here. And that's another 60,000. I know it's a lot more, well, a little bit more than that, but we didn't feel like doing all that, the math right off the top of our head. I was being lazy, and I am sorry. Alright. We'll come up here, and we'll drop this off. We probably do need to change that trailer over again to move around some manure. But we want to go ahead and get our milk moved around, and then our slurry moved around. But we now have 360,000 in the bank. So hopefully by harvest season, we'll have enough to, as long as, you know, I can keep from spending more of it, we can get a decent, that's weird. It said 7,000, but it only gave us 6,997. Oh well. But yeah, we will be able to get a decent combine to harvest our fields with. But man, I was not expecting to be able to get up to that amount of money at this time of year. I am ecstatic to see that. And just popped up that there's a forage harvester that's ready to go, but we have 362,000. I mean, we could go for a cheaper option, but we're almost able to afford a bigger combine that can hold a big header on it. So now I know we're not getting up to this level just yet, but we can almost afford an S7, or if we wanted to stick with the cheaper options on that, there's this case that, how big of a header does it have? We could actually afford that case now and possibly get the 8.5 meter header on it. That is an option. What about this New Holland? What is it capable? So we can have that same 8.5 meter and be cheaper. I think, guys, that we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to go with the New Holland. Man. Alright. So I'm going to go grab the buffalo milk real quick and move the slurry and manure around. And then I think we're going to buy a harvester today. So we'll see you guys here shortly. Okay. We're down here at the shop, and I ended up turning on the info markers. But I think let me take a look. But I think the update got rid of the shop marker, so I can't upgrade the vehicle or change the configuration. I don't think they made it to where you can open these doors. No. So you know what? We have the money. Let's just go ahead and buy a trailer that we can move things around with a little bit easier. What size of trailer are we looking for? We want something that can also move manure. Okay, so that one can. That would be easier to back up. That holds 40,000. I think we'll just go ahead and go with the one that holds 40,000 there. No biggie. We just won't be able to afford the header today. It's always one thing after another. But we can definitely afford to get the harvester. Oh! And then we'll just have to wait probably a month or two and be able to get the header for it. Or we can go ahead and wait long enough to get all of it together. As I said, because it's only going to be probably another month or so with how well the wood has been doing. Then we also have a pretty decent sized grain trailer now. 40,000, and then we'll just leave that configured for the flatbed stuff. Swing over to the cows and grab what manure they have available for us. But yeah, definitely had to share that with you guys. So hopefully for you other guys that are doing the challenge, you don't end up with that same issue, but it is definitely an interesting way to discover that. So we might end up having to put down a shop trigger down there just to make that a little bit easier. I think we're able to paint and sell at our shop trigger that we have back at our main farm. But I'm not sure if we're able to sell vehicles there or not. So, oh wait, we still have our other combine to sell too. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll get our trailers back to the farm. This doesn't have a hitch on the back, but our other trailer does, so we'll be able to pull both of them together. So we'll hop down to the main farm, see about that, and then we'll see if we can't catch a ride down here to buy both of them. So we'll see you guys here shortly. So we're back down here at the farm. We weren't able to pull both trailers, so we'll have to go back for the other one. I guess it is a ball hitch, not a pin. So we weren't able to hook it back to our other trailer. Okay, so yeah, we are able to repaint, repair, and sell. Ooh. That is quite a lot. Hopefully we'll get at least the 20,000 back from painting it. Okay, we did. Nice. Same thing with the header. We'll go ahead and repaint it and repair it. And so we'll sell our header. And then we will sell our combine. That's the first pieces of equipment that we have sold in a long time from the original farm. I think the only thing that we have left that's from the starter equipment is our Challenger over here. So soon we'll probably be upgrading that and replacing that. But I think that gave us just enough, wrong menu, that we can go ahead and buy our new combine and the header. We were going to go with the New Holland. Not a whole lot of options as far as the way it can run, but it does hold. Do we go with that, or do we go with one? I mean, it's only 700 liters difference. So yeah, I think we'll go with this New Holland for now. Buy that. That hurt. Combinations. And we have meter difference, but I think we'll go ahead and go with this meter, well, the 8.5 meter header for it. And then we now have a New Holland combine. I mean, of course, we will still want to upgrade this eventually, get something with more capacity and a bigger header again, but we just can't afford it, and this one should be able to work the fields just a little bit better. Can we get the header picked up? There we go. All right, we'll get this back down to the farm. Can I? Probably not, but worth a shot? No. Pipe's in the way. Right. Pipe. Yep, okay. We'll get this down to the farm, and I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call this episode. It's been a lot of fun. We got a lot of products sold, a lot of things moved around on the farm. Not so much of the farming. I mean, we did get the grass fertilized, but big progress on our farm. But we're unfortunately down to $17,000. But hopefully this combine will make a huge difference for us in the future episodes here. But yeah, so I guess until next time, make sure you stop down in the description, check out the other content creators that are participating in this challenge, and drop in, see their videos, smash that like button for them, subscribe, and if you want to, please do the same for us. Hit the like button if you've made it this far, and consider subscribing. But until next time, peace.